By early 2017, the cracks were beginning to show. Behind the scenes, OneCoin employees were growing uneasy. Blockchain developers hired by the company were starting to realize there was no real blockchain. No mining, no cryptographic ledger, nothing resembling a cryptocurrency. Just a SQL database controlled by the company. One by one, insiders began to speak up. In February 2017, a key figure broke ranks, a blockchain expert named Bjorn, who was offered a lucrative position to serve as OneCoin CTO. But when he dug deeper, he discovered the truth. There was no blockchain to manage. The job was to create a fake one. He declined and went public. Meanwhile, in India, police arrested dozens of OneCoin promoters in connection with unauthorized deposit schemes. Other countries followed. Italy banned OneCoin outright. Nigeria issued fraud warnings. Germany froze OneCoin's accounts. Then, in March 2017, the US Department of Justice made its move. A sealed indictment was filed against Ruja Ignatova in the Southern District of New York. Charges included wire fraud, securities fraud, and money laundering. The FBI began tracking OneCoin's financial flows across Europe, Dubai, the British Virgin Islands, and Singapore. Millions were being funneled through offshore entities, many registered under aliases or shell corporations tied to Ruja's inner circle. The pressure was building. Still, Ruja continued to present a public image of confidence. She scheduled new events, promised a new blockchain was coming, and claimed that OneCoin would soon be listed on global exchanges. But behind closed doors, she was preparing for something else. On October 12, 2017, the company quietly postponed its next investor event. 12 days later, Ruja disappeared. Her brother, Konstantin Ignatov, took over operations and continued the illusion. But the empire was already collapsing. In early 2019, Konstantin was arrested at Los Angeles International Airport. In US court, he pled guilty to multiple charges and agreed to cooperate with investigators. His testimony revealed something explosive. Ruja had not disappeared randomly. She had received a tip from a source inside Bulgarian law enforcement, warning her that US authorities were about to arrest her. She acted fast. She booked a flight to Athens, Greece, and vanished. On the morning of October 25, 2017, Dr. Ruja Ignatova left her apartment in Sofia, Bulgaria, and traveled to the city's airport. She told her staff she had a business meeting in Vienna. But that was a lie. She boarded Ryanair flight 9584 to Athens, Greece. It was a short flight, just over an hour. And then, nothing. No departure stamp, no surveillance footage, no phone records. She vanished completely. Investigators believe she did not act alone. According to testimony from her brother Konstantin, Ruja was tipped off by someone high up in the Bulgarian government. She knew about the sealed indictment in the US. She knew she had days, maybe hours, before she would be arrested. She left behind her young daughter, her luxury properties, and her public life. Some believe she left Europe entirely. The FBI believes she may have used a fake passport and received assistance from organized crime groups, including a Balkan syndicate with ties to arms trafficking and money laundering. Some leads suggest she traveled to the United Arab Emirates, where OneCoin had funneled tens of millions of dollars, and may be hiding under the protection of political or criminal allies. Others believe she altered her appearance through plastic surgery and lives quietly under a new identity in Eastern Europe, or even Russia. In 2022, the FBI added Ruja Ignatova to its 10 most wanted list, the only woman on it at the time. A $250,000 reward was offered for information leading to her arrest. But despite the global spotlight, no solid leads have been confirmed. In 2023, reports surfaced that she may have been murdered, allegedly on the order of a former associate in a Bulgarian crime family. German police later admitted they were investigating a possible murder theory, but no body has ever been found. The truth is, no one knows. She may be dead, she may be living in plain sight, or she may be watching all of this unfold, carefully, silently, knowing exactly how much money she took, and how few people ever get away with something this big. When OneCoin collapsed, it left behind a crater of financial devastation. In Uganda, hundreds of investors protested outside government offices, demanding their money back. In Pakistan, families were torn apart after entire communities lost their savings. In Europe and the UK, pensioners, professionals, and even crypto-savvy investors admitted they'd been fooled. In total, it's estimated that over $4.4 billion was taken, though the real figure could be higher. Thousands of victims, one woman at the center. But Ruja Ignatova has become more than a fugitive. She's a myth, a symbol. In crypto forums, she's sometimes called the female Madoff. Others call her the anti-hero of decentralization, someone who exposed just how little people understood the technology they were investing in. But the victims don't see her as a myth. They see her as a criminal. As of today, multiple OneCoin executives have been arrested or indicted. Her brother Konstantin Ignatov pled guilty in US federal court and remains under witness protection, awaiting sentencing. Irina Dilkinska, OneCoin's head of legal and compliance, was arrested in Bulgaria and extradited to the US in 2023. But Ruja remains at large. Her disappearance has become one of the most fascinating unsolved cases in modern finance. No digital trail, no public appearance, not even a verified sighting since 2017. How does a woman, whose face has been broadcast around the world, vanish in an age of cameras, satellites, and surveillance? And more importantly, who's protecting her? Could she be living among us, hidden by power, wealth, and the very systems she once claimed to disrupt? Or was she silenced by the same people she worked with? OneCoin was never a cryptocurrency. It was a performance, a $4 billion illusion, crafted by a woman who understood one simple truth. People don't invest in code, they invest in confidence. And for 3 years, no one sold it better than Ruja Ignatova.